So now the next one, Brian, what do you think? Business and entrepreneurship.
So business and entrepreneurship, I feel, blew up these last 10 years. And I think social media was a big propeller in that. And they definitely added a lot of gas to that fire.
Yeah.
But, one of the things that I realized is that, it's almost one of those things. Before, it's like only certain people can do it. Now the playing field is almost leveled where everyone can jump into something and basically start it. The only caveat is that I feel that, online, everything is so easily done. Everything could be attained. And in reality, it can be done, but it's not as easy as it gets, portrayed on social media, as you see it on YouTube, as you see it on the internet. There's a story behind every success. There was long nights before every success. There was failures. There was L's. There was crying emotions that went into it. And we only see the finished product.
Yeah.
So I just want to preface that if you're in your journey and you're feeling down, like, don't let that discourage you, because everybody that's huge now was once in your footsteps.
Oh, yeah.
The only difference is they never gave up.
Yeah, and I think it's become more popular.
Yeah.
Becoming one of the trends, because people also need to implement an additional income into all the expenses that's going on. So I think a lot of people are exploring the entrepreneurial and, entrepreneurship and business. It's just saying, like, let me try that. I see a lot of the drop shipping with Amazon and all that stuff. How do I get into that? How do you become a influencer with social media? And I see here, Gen Z and the future of work.
Bringing that subject up, the one thing that I do admire about, the opportunities that are out now is that you can literally build a business. You can literally be profitable off something that you're truly passionate about. I see people that are like sports card collectors, and their whole business model is social media and then sell cards, and that's what they basically grow their business through. So there's so many avenues that you can literally grow into, but let alone you also have the ability to double down on something you love and actually be able to profit off of it, which I think is amazing. And it's something that, past generations didn't have. And I think it's, it's definitely a double-edged sword, because it's a lot of options is always not good as well. But then again, it does give you the opportunity to explore things that you never thought could actually be a possibility.
Yeah, it's kind of, well, tell me, you do a lot of social media.
Yeah.
I mean, you like preparing for that. That's one thing I'm not the best at. And I just think it's, the younger age, and we keep saying that. But then I see the Grant Cardones, they're freaking out there hustling. So tell me a little bit of the social media, like what inspires you to constantly be up there and,
So for me, social media, the way that I look at it, is a huge pool of being able to make friends without even having to be in front of them. There's been relationships that I've made, cultivated through Instagram or social media, and I think it's a great way to reach a bunch of people without having to, go door knocking 100 times, making 1,000 phone calls. But at the same time, it's like you're able to meet people for who they truly want to be and get an idea of what they are and everything that they, love, are passionate about. And then if you look at it from a business perspective, well, look at all the opportunities you have to generate leads, to create networking opportunities, to create partnerships. And it all starts by planting a seed, giving value. If you genuinely like something about their post, their life, what they're currently doing, share that with them. And you notice that little by little, they start engaging with you. And I think it's a beautiful tool, if used right, that can help you, force multiply your relationships, your opportunities. And I think it's just very, underutilized if you just use it to doom scroll.
Gotcha.
And just kind of go on there and just, waste your time.
Because
I could scroll for 30 minutes, watch 1 second, 2-3 second videos and get nothing accomplished. Yeah. But then there's also the aspect of being able to connect with people that you never thought you'd be able to meet. They could be anywhere in the world, and all of a sudden you made a connection, you guys start talking, and then there's more to that goes into like actual life.
And so that's great that that's used like that. How would you use it for 2025? Because I'm sure that's the question here that's being asked is
2025.
What people are looking like, how do I use my social media to help me grow my business?
So easily, just
What are you currently doing?
What I currently do, so I go on there and I literally surf who's ever winning in life, getting a job promotion, having kids, had a great, opportunity, whatever they're sharing, they're leveling up in success. I'm there planting a seed, not necessarily saying, hey, come work with me. I do mortgages. No. I'm saying, hey, congratulations on your job promotion. I can't wait to see where you're at in 6 months. They posted something about their family. Damn, your boys are great. Oh, dude, that looks so fun. I got family too. So I'm literally just tapping in, giving value where value needs to be given, dropping little seeds of knowledge here and there whenever I'm allowed to, but I'm never trying to sell and force myself upon people on social media. My goal on social media is to create, cultivate, and then harvest a relationship in real life.
Gotcha.
My social media is just to harvest and cultivate. And then I harvest it in real life when I'm ready to have an actual business conversation, partnership conversation. That's when I bring it from the DMs into an actual text message or a call. And that's how I utilize, my social media to get around, to speak to more people by simply being a good person that gives value where value is given.
Yeah. Well, I actually see how you also there's an ADU that's being built and you're taking advantage of that opportunity. You're showing the people what's being created. Obviously we're all doing it together. We're all partnered up in this. And so you're constantly showing, people what you're able and capable of doing. It doesn't take a genius, right? It just takes the action behind it to go get it done. But you're putting it out there, and I think that helps. Wouldn't you agree?
100%. And I think our past guest said it, very well last week when he said, I'm not the smartest, and I think sometimes that works in my favor. I think a lot of it is, is just taking action, but showing people what we're doing. It's actually really cool because that's my first time going through a build like that and a project of that magnitude. And just understanding the level of what went before that to be able to actually get the ground rolling, breaking ground, reinforcing the foundation, the framing, and then the rain. You can't
the rain.
You can't rule out the weather conditions, So obviously you're literally detaching a piece of the house, opening up the roof. So when it rains, a lot of the water will start seeping in. But you know what? Like I look at it positively because I'm like, you know what? It's going to get replaced. Yeah. They're going to, it's part of the process. Yeah. Again, it can't get mad if this is what you signed up for, One of the quotes I really like to tell myself is like, I can't complain for what's on my plate when this is what I prayed for. Yeah. And I think, there's going to be stressful days, but I am having so much fun documenting the journey because it was a garage. And then all of a sudden it got torn down. And then all of a sudden I drive back home, there's a roof over it. And then there's a second story. So just the process of seeing everything from point A to now point, let's say D, we're not truly done.
Correct.
But, it gives me a lot of confidence that it's not that hard to do.
Yeah.
It's mostly just pulling the trigger.
And here's the thing, with your social media, the power of social media is that you're bringing people in this journey with you because you're showing them.
Yes.
And which is pretty cool. I don't think you showed the part where you're cleaning all this water that seeped in. And I think that would have been pretty cool because you're truly living through this journey. One thing that I think the power of social media is, another thing, like when we were growing up and we're doing our business, when I started my first business, I was, 21-ish, 2021. I had to use what's called the yellow pages. And so people would come and you'd literally put yourself on this book, right? So it would cost money. If you want to be the first page right there, bang, like as soon as a person opens, that right there costs you like $1,500 to $2,000 a month, right? Yet, let alone with here now social media, how much do you pay for the first page?
So this is the crazy thing. It cost a whopping $0.00 to get started.
That's crazy.
And I think the only cost is probably going to be your energy and, the willingness to take action.
Yeah.
That's all it costs, and then maybe, you lose a few friends and followers because they don't like how you sound on video or the new persona that you're trying to embody.
Or you voted for Trump.
Or you just came out of the, that's another one. That's a cool.
I don't want to bring that up, but okay.